fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today for this week's WIP and Chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. WIP and Chat, WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress. This is one of my works in progress, and the one I've chosen to work on for today. This is my Dreamcatcher canvas from Diamond Art Club. If you're not familiar with the image, it looks like this. It's this phoenix looking bird in front of a dream catcher. So that's the one I'm going to be working on today. I have many other works in progress, but this is the one I'm going to be working on today. So I've got my Bella tray, I've got a couple of pins, and I have we have a handle on this square multi-placers. So I think I'm ready to go. I have a drink. I have everything set up. Everyone else in the house is busy, so I think I'm good to go. So let me zoom in and we will get started. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, let me pick my first color that I want to work on, and then we'll get into it. Guys, I have so much stuff to share. Some of it I've shared a little bit already. Some of it I've saved up for this WIP and Chat. So first of all, if you hear my stomach, I apologize in advance. I will try to cut out anything that is overly loud. I was starving before I started filming this, so I stuffed myself full of chips and salsa, and now I'm ready to go. My mouth is currently on fire, but it's all good. And my husband laughs at me because my mouth is on fire and I'm eating the mild salsa, but I am very much not into peppers and hot spicy things, so he and my son make fun of me all the time because they very much are. I am not, and I'm okay with that. So let's see, where do I want to start? I've got a whole bunch of things I want to share. So first of all, let's start with a few life updates. And thank you guys for, listening to me and being interested and or supportive with all the things I have going on in my life. It's nice for me to be able to just kind of say what's going on and have, some people to kind of commiserate with or celebrate with or whatever the case may be. I do appreciate that. Because, it's my life. You don't have to be interested in it, but I appreciate that you are. So, life update. My husband is still in PT. He's doing better, so I'm crossing my fingers that maybe we'll get out of this without any surgery. I am going back to the doctor next week just for some regular stuff, but while I'm there, I'm going to ask him about my bursitis and, kind of what the heck am I supposed to be doing and or not doing, because it just is not, it's better, but it's not where I want to be. And I'm still having trouble going up and down stairs. I'm still having trouble getting up and down on that knee. I can't sit in the small chairs at work. I can't get on the floor at work. I can't squat down to be on the kids' level at work. And that's difficult. That's something that I'm used to doing. And so the fact that I can't do it is frustrating. So we'll see what he says. I'm hopeful that either PT or maybe even at this point, some medicine that they could put me on, at least for the short term, till I can get it kind of rehabbed and where I want it to be. But we'll see. I'd be perfectly happy just going back to PT for a while too. It does seem to now be sensitive to weather, though. We had some pretty nasty weather. Well, we still are having some pretty nasty weather. And it's really windy and blowy here again today. And, I live in Tornado Alley, so, not unexpected that we are having some of this weather, but man, it has been so sore the last couple of days, and my husband has complained that his arm is sore as well. So we'll see how that goes. I took ibuprofen for a while, and it helped. But that's not a long-term solution. I can't just keep taking ibuprofen for the rest of my life. So we'll see. So in that respect, we're all pretty good. My daughter is still job hunting, but doing okay. We have been talking about getting together for family birthdays and such because we haven't really done that this year. Just something always seems to come up and we end up putting it off. And we really haven't seen each other since Christmas. So at some point, hopefully, my brother and sister and I will be getting together to celebrate with our families. My brother is turning 50 this year, so a big birthday for him. So we definitely want to celebrate that milestone. So we'll see about that. So that's kind of life updates and where everyone is. I'm almost to the end of school. I did finish this weekend my last kind of duties as the curriculum director for the preschool where I work. I sent out my last email. Oh my goodness. I put in new glue dots and now they don't want to let go. Sent my last email as the curriculum director for the preschool where I work. And all the lessons have been planned through the end of the year. So yeah, I'm, except for showing up for my shifts, pretty much done, which is nice. I actually, even though I had a hard couple of days this week, I am actually looking forward to that. I survived my last parent-teacher night, open house night. It's not parent-teacher night, it was open house night. I know several of the teachers love it. They love, having the parents come in and getting to show off what the kids have done and that kind of stuff. And it's not that I dislike, showing off what the kids are doing and what we've accomplished at preschool and everything. It's just, I'm an introvert, and being forced into situations like that is never something I enjoy. I just don't like being around large bunches of people, and I like it even less when I feel like I have to interact. And, you know, when you're a social butterfly and you love doing those kind of things and talking to people and all that kind of stuff, it's no big deal. And I think sometimes the people that I work with don't understand why I find it so tiresome, which, that they're not introverts, that makes sense that they wouldn't understand, but I am, it is, and I do. So anyway, I survived it. It's all good. I'm all done. Don't have to do it again. So that's good. My other big life update, in addition to kind of pretty much being done with work for the most part, is I got all of my PR paperwork finished and sent in. So now my husband and I are panicking about everything else. So we had a little bit of a snafu with the payment, got it all worked out. Thanks to my bank's fraud detection, our initial payment didn't go through. We managed to use another card and get it taken care of. And then we managed to contact our bank and say, hey, yes, it was us, but don't send it through. We've already taken care of it. So it was all good. However, when we mailed it, my husband was telling me the other day, well, let's go check our tracking and see when it gets there. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't think I want to do that to myself. I don't know that I want to spend all of my time kind of watching day by day where it goes. I mean, at this point, we've been told it could take anywhere from 6 months to a year or longer for the approval process. It's really just kind of a crapshoot, I think. Who you get that processes it and how long it takes. So I'm trying to be content with just, we're just going to have to wait. It's going to take as long as it takes. And he was like, well, let's track it and see where it is. And I said, yeah, okay, but We sent it international priority mail. So it should get there within, I think they said 6 days, 5 to 6 business days. But our tracking number is only good for within the US. Once it crosses the border, we have no idea where it's going to be in Canada or how long anything is going to take. And so, I just thought, again, why do I want to do that to myself and be worried about, oh gosh, did it get lost and all? I mean, I'm already doing that enough without actually adding things like it got lost in the mail to it. So, I mean, I'm going to trust the Postal Service to, get our immigration papers to where they go. I trusted them to get our taxes where they were supposed to go. Um, my state has cashed my state income tax check, so I know it got there. We send stuff all the time to Canada, and I know stuff gets there, so it's fine. And then at that point, even if we know it arrived, we still have no idea how long it would take to process. So again, I just think I don't really want to do that to myself. So I'm not gonna. If he wants to look, he can, but I'm not going to do that to myself. So anyway, that's where we're at. Life updates. Got all of that done. And yeah, I'm feeling actually pretty good about where things sit right about now. So that may change next week, but we'll see. So, what else do I want to talk about? YouTube. YouTube is still always eating comments. I've had several people comment about things in the last couple of weeks. And, once again, when I go to respond, because I get an email when you leave a comment, and I will go to respond to that comment, and the comment is not there. So I don't know where the comment goes, but it's not somewhere that I can respond to it. So if you ever make a comment and you think that I've deleted it or I've ignored you or I've, whatever, no, it's because YouTube ate a comment. I try to respond to all of my comments. But again, sometimes when I go to respond, they're no longer there. So yeah. I mean, I know YouTube deletes some of them because it thinks that it's spam or, whatever. But, I can tell the difference between somebody just leaving a comment. I don't know if it has to do with the length of it sometimes. I don't know if it's just a random glitch. So, because it's not always the same person, it's not always the same length of comments, so who knows? I thought for a while maybe it was because the person was leaving a comment with a link in it, but that isn't always the case either. So, who knows? Okay, this glue dot is starting to make me angry. Stop hanging on to them so hard. Okay. YouTube still eating comments. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I watch a lot of gaming videos. I play role-playing games, and I watch a lot of people play role-playing games. So I have several people that I watch. I have people that I watch on Twitch that are Twitch streamers that both play tabletop games. I also have a lot of crafters that I watch on Twitch. I watch people who diamond paint. I watch people who knit, who crochet. I watch people who draw. I mean, there's all kinds of makers and crafting. I've seen people blacksmithing, making wood crafts. I've seen people building miniatures. I've seen people building Legos. I mean, pretty much, if you're interested in it, you can find someone. So I was watching, it's a person that I watch that normally streams like, I don't watch a lot of gamers necessarily. This person does RPGs, but every once in a while will also do games. And it's a group of people, and so they'll play, kind of group co-op games. And they have this game called it was a power wash. I don't remember what the exact name of it is, but it's a power washing game. Literally, this game is you have a power washer and you and your team or helpers or whatever get these jobs and you go and you just clean up these buildings. I mean, I'm just like, wow, really? And then I'm showing it to my husband and we're laughing over it. And I'm like, is it bad that I kind of want to play it? Because I am very much a neat freak. It doesn't necessarily have to be clean, but I want it to be neat. But when I get stressed, cleaning is one of the things that I do. So I'm like, I can understand the appeal of this. And then I'm telling my son about it. And he's like, oh, yeah, there's games where you can mow your lawn. And I was like, okay, that sounds incredibly boring. But yeah, I just thought, man, there really is something for everybody on the internet these days, isn't there? Who I never would have thought when I was younger that, the Atari that my dad bought for us would someday turn into, I'm going to have a power washing game. I mean, I own a power washer. I could power wash stuff in real life if I wanted to. So I just thought it was kind of crazy. So let's see. Diamond painting wise, what's going on? Gosh, a whole lot. One, I'm crazy. I have way too many canvases open right now. And I am determined that I'm going to get something done soon so that I can show you guys what it looks like finished. I've been opening so many things and it's like, oh, but yeah, I need to actually work on them. So now that I'm done with basically all of my work that I have to do at home, all of my free time at home can be, for the most part, I mean, I still have a real life, so not all of my spare time, but most of my spare time can be dedicated to diamond painting. In fact, this weekend I have been doing a lot of it, and I said to my husband, "Yeah, it's amazing how quick some of these pictures go when I actually sit down and work on them, instead of just walking by my drafting table and seeing it laying there unfinished." So I have, gosh, how many canvases do I have going right now? I have this one, which I started because I thought that I would end up having leftover colors that I could use in my mermaid, my Heaven and Earth mermaid that I unboxed. I have 3 Heaven and Earth design kits that I unboxed, crown jewel canvases. And one of them is a mermaid, and I'm doing it from my spares. And I'm pretty sure I don't have enough of some of the darker colors. So I thought this would be a good kit to do because I think some of the same colors that are in this kit are going to be in that kit. So once I get this done and I have leftovers, plus I know they're going to be good, resin drills because they're Diamond Art Club. And so, it won't be any issue to use them in my Heaven and Earth designs. However, it's just kind of sat on my dining room table and I haven't really done anything with it because I've been so busy doing other things. So hopefully, like I said, that's no longer going to be the case and I can get some work on it done like I'm working on it right now. I have my little 30 by 30 sun from Amazon that I'm working on, and that one will take me no time at all. Hopefully, I will, in the next couple of days, have enough kind of free time after work that I can finish that one. It's a 30 by 30 and it's a round, so it should go pretty quickly. I don't know if it has a ton of multi-placing, but I'm pretty sure it has some multi-placing, so hopefully that will make it go faster. And then I can get that one off my plate. I also am still currently working on my first Dreamer designs. And that one had been on the back burner for quite a while because I just had other canvases that I was working on first for events. Those are all done and I'm not doing any events currently. I am waiting. I think the next event that I'm actually going to participate in will be my own DP for pets when that comes up in June. I mean, there's a million different events going on all at the same time. So, and I know lots of people find, here, let me use this canvas for multiple events. You're welcome to do that with mine. I'm not going to say it has to be, something specific for my event or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that. I do need to sit down and spend some time doing kind of some of the PR and marketing, social media stuff for that. I haven't had a chance to do that. That's kind of been on the back burner. So I need to get to that. And I'm hoping, that having some time this summer to kind of do some of this stuff, in addition to getting more diamond painting done, I have plans for, some other diamond painting related projects that I want to do. So, yeah, hoping that I can get to all of that. So, I have come up with a new challenge for myself. I was telling my husband I kind of wanted to do some kind of a challenge just to motivate myself to kind of get some stuff done. And, I was kind of throwing ideas out there. And I jokingly told him, well, I should see if I could do 30 by 30s in 30 days, right? Um, we'd been talking about various things, another 24-hour challenge and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I'd rather do something, kind of, I don't know, a little bit more challenging than just the 24 hours. This glue dot. So anyway, we got to talking about it, and I was talking, and my son was there too. And when I said that, they're both like, "Oh, you can't do 30 of those in 30 days." And I was immediately like, "Oh yeah, watch me." So now I have to do it because I've been taunting them. So I'm going to be figuring out when and where I'm going to be doing that. Now, I don't think that like I'll be posting a video every day of a finish or anything like that. I think I'll keep my regular video schedule, but what I will do is, as I go through, I will like batch share maybe. Here's what I've gotten done in the last whatever. And of course, I'll probably share quite a bit more on social media, on Instagram, possibly on Facebook, just because those are a little bit easier and faster rather than trying to do, an entire video and edit and post. I mean, if I do all that, I won't have any time to actually diamond paint. So I don't want to overcommit myself as far as videos go. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I still haven't worked out quite all of the details, and I don't know when I'm going to be doing it. Sometime this year, but it may be several months from now. Definitely want to get past my first event. So definitely not until then. And then, after that, events start coming up hot and heavy. So maybe that will be some motivation too. Maybe I can use some things for events as well, but we'll see. Events are not usually smaller canvases like that, so we'll see. But I need time to get 30 by 30s and, and I mean, I do want to make it ones that I want to work on. I don't want to just pick at random 30 by 30s. So we'll see. Some of them I'll pull out of my stash. Some of them I've already been looking on, some of the budget companies when I go to place an order or whatever and be like, is this something I would like or that would work for this project? So we'll see. Hopefully, I'm going to try and fit that in sometime before the end of this year. One of the other things I want to try, you guys will have to let me know if any of you have done this. I saw somebody talking about not for square drills. I mean, I guess you could do it for square, but because squares fit together so tightly, I don't know that it would make a whole lot of difference for squares. But talking about taking glitter and brushing it in between the drills so that it's stuck to the adhesive rather than, letting dust and whatever collect there. And it helps make, the painting extra sparkly. So now I'm curious to try it. I think I'm going to try that out on one of my 30 by 30s as well. Probably not the one of the ones that's in my challenge, but just on a 30 by 30, just to see what it looks like. Because I think it has the potential to be really neat. I have some really fine glitter that I have used I used to do face painting at Renaissance Fair, so I have some left over from that. That's pretty fine, cosmetic grade glitter, and I'm curious to try it and see. I think I have I'm thinking like a gold or something, or maybe I even have like an iridescent, so that it doesn't matter what the color scheme of the painting is. Because like I wouldn't want to put like a purple glitter on this one with the kind of browns and everything that's in this kit. But if I could put an iridescent, that would probably be pretty. So I'll have to do some more kind of searching around and figure out, what project I want to try it on. But I'm curious if any of you have ever tried it and what were the results? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it easy to do? Did it make a difference, or was it just kind of when you got done? So yeah, leave me a comment down below if you've ever tried it and let me know your thoughts. So let's see, what else? Oh, did anybody order any of the Craftably mystery boxes that they were selling last week? Earlier this week? I don't even remember now when it was. They did some kind of sale where they basically, I think they just took like a bunch of old stock. There may have been some new things put in it, I don't know. But basically they were making like mystery baskets with multiple kits. They did say a lot of them would not be in tubes. So, and they're discontinuing their tubes, which I was kind of sad about because I thought it was fun to get them in the tubes. But I know that's not always male friendly. So if that causes a problem with shipping, I can understand why they would want to change it. So, but anyway, I wasn't interested in the most expensive ones. They had 3 different kits and they all, went from less expensive to the most expensive. I missed, of course, the most inexpensive one. And even at that, I think it was supposed to be valued somewhere between, I want to say $75 and $100. And I don't remember what it sold for, but by the time I even remembered about it and got over there to look, they were all sold out. So I have no idea how many they had of each one or whatever, but if anyone got one, I'd be curious to know what was in it. Did you get anything really good? Like, was it just diamond paintings? I think it said there were going to be other things in there, like diamond painting tools and such, but again, I didn't spend a lot of time exploring it because I wasn't fussed about whether or not I got one or not. I did go out and spend some money. Let's see. The last thing I think I bought was, you guys know I bought the additional Elizabeth Ward trays. And besides those, I got some Bella Art trays in white. And I was out looking the other day. I still need to try some more new to me companies because that's one of my goals, is to try some places that I've not bought from before. And so I was out looking and I happened to come across somebody that was celebrating something. I don't remember what. They were having a sale. I think they were celebrating subscribers or something. And it was on Instagram, I believe. And I saw this painting that I really, really liked. And I was like, ooh, I want to try this company, this painting. So I'm not going to tell you who it is until the painting gets here. And then I will share it when I do the unboxing. But I just saw the painting. And it's not my usual style, but I just really, really liked it. It's not something I typically would have bought. Might have been something I bought for my daughter. But just the colors of it and everything just kind of really called to me. So I did end up spending some money on that. So I guess it all evens out. I'm going to probably end up going over my budget this year, which my husband is fine with. He thinks it's crazy that I'm setting myself a budget. He's like, if you want to buy stuff, just buy stuff. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to spend a bazillion dollars on things that I don't really need just because they look cool and I want to try them out. So, although, I tell myself that about diamond painting and then I spend it on other things. My current obsession right now is I want a mechanical keyboard. I learned to actually type on a typewriter. I actually learned to type on a manual typewriter. That's how old I am. And electric typewriters were just becoming a thing when I took typing. And I was one of the lucky ones who had the manual typewriters the first half. The teacher divided us into two, and I was in the half that got manual typewriters the first semester, and then we switched. The other half had electric typewriters. So my half was fine because we went from manual to electric, so the switch was easy. The people who had been learning on electric and then suddenly had to switch and start learning on manual, ooh, they were not happy campers. Anyway, so I like the feel of a manual keyboard. I like the tactile, feedback. I don't need it to be super clicky, but I do like it to make some kind of noise. And I don't have that. We bought me a new keyboard when I switched over from my PC to Apple to my Mac. And it's okay, but I don't love it. And so I have seen some that look like old typewriters, and I don't necessarily need, like, they even have like a little carriage return thing bar at the top. I don't need that. That just takes up space on my desk I don't have. But I like the way the keys look, but I also like the backlit keyboards. So my husband and I have spent a bunch of time searching for a Mac keyboard that I can somehow modify because I can't find anybody who makes what I want. What I want is well, I wanted white, but I guess it could be white or black, the base backboard of the keyboard. But I want it to be backlit. I want it to be able to change colors. I don't want just white. I want to be able to change the colors, make it rainbow if I want. But I want my keys to be like they look like old-timey typewriter keys. So like they're round with kind of the metal piece around the outside and then the letter or whatever on the inside. And I can't find anyone who makes something like that. So I think what we've decided I'm going to have to do is buy. Now, if I wanted one for PC, they're everywhere. But the problem is I need the keys to be in a different configuration because I use a Mac. And I don't know if Mac people just don't normally want that kind of stuff. I don't know if Windows keyboards are cheaper. And so that's where kind of the business has started. But, and they all say, oh, well, you can make it compatible with Mac. You buy software and then basically you reprogram the keys. Well, from everything I've heard, that doesn't work the greatest and it can cause other problems. And I already have enough problems with my Mac. I'm not going to add peripherals that aren't made for it. So I think what we've decided to do is we're going to buy a Mac keyboard and then I'm just going to see if I can find either some keys that I can buy. I'm going to get a backlit RGB keyboard. Also, I want a full keyboard with the numeric keypad. I used to do a lot of 10 key in some of my previous jobs, and I do not like using a keyboard that doesn't have the 10 key off to the right side. So that's a must for me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a backlit Mac keyboard, and then I'm going to see about purchasing new keys to take the old ones off and put on the ones that look the way I want. Haven't found the ones that'll look retro like I want, but we'll see. You know, I've looked at having somebody build it custom for me on Etsy and that kind of thing, but even on Etsy, I can't find anybody that's really doing exactly what I want. Again, most of them are aimed at Windows PCs, so we'll just have to see. It'll be an experiment for me, but I definitely want a keyboard that has more clickety clack to it, more tactile feel. It doesn't have to be super loud, but I do want to hear the clicks, and I definitely need the tactile feedback. So my current Mac keyboard does not do that. So looking at that. Okay, what color do I want to do next? I guess I'll just pick this one. Just do number 1. So, the other thing is, guys, I don't know what happened. I avoid drama. I follow people on YouTube and Instagram that are diamond painters, but I don't participate in the drama. In fact, some of that I've seen, I've unfollowed people on Instagram and on YouTube because I don't like some of the stuff that I see. And I was watching Lizette from Lizette Crafts and Tells. I've watched her for a while. I love her. And I was watching a video of hers, and she was talking about recent drama in the diamond painting community. And I thought, huh? Because, you know, then of course, then I'm like, am I not in the diamond painting community as like I think I am? Because I just I don't know what's going on half the time. But I think it's because I just, well, I avoid it. So, I mean, that's probably why I actively avoid it. Anyway, I don't know what went on. I don't know what the ins and outs are. I don't really care. What I got out of Lizette's video was that basically she felt like some people in the community were being bullied by other people in the community, and she didn't feel like it was appropriate. And again, I'm not going to get into it. I don't know what went on. I don't care. I don't, I think, even know the people that she was talking about. So, whatever happened, you know, again, I'm not involved in it. I just felt like maybe, you know, we need to reiterate once again, just don't be a jerk. You know, I mean, I say that all the time. I joke to my husband all the time that we should make a t-shirt and some bumper stickers that say that, but I feel like people just need to be reminded of that. I mean, again, this is a lesson we teach to our preschoolers. You know, just be kind. It doesn't cost you anything to be kind, and you don't know where people are coming from. You don't have any idea what it's like to be in their shoes. You might think you do, but I guarantee you don't, because we're like icebergs, people. You know, you see what's on the surface. You don't see what's going on underneath. And what's on the surface may be very different from what's going on underneath. And sometimes that's on purpose, sometimes it isn't. But yeah, just don't be a jerk. Anyway, the upshot of Lizette's video was that she is calling on other YouTube diamond painters to, I think she called it the Positive Vibes Challenge. That's what I wrote down in my notes. So if that's wrong, I apologize. But that was the upshot of it. So basically, what she wanted people to do was to YouTube diamond painters to name 3 people and 3 other people in the diamond painting community, and, you know, show some support and love to those people. So she named 3 creators, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I have 3 creators that I'm going to urge you to follow. The first one is Lizette. If you don't already follow her, you should. She's funny and I love listening to her. I am, she is Dutch, but she lives in France. Her videos are in English. So anyone who can speak 3 languages is amazing because some days I feel like I barely speak one. I'm going to have to start learning a second one because if we're going to move to Canada, I want to learn French. So I'm going to have to start working on that. Um, so that's my first one. And then my second one is Diamond Painting Claire. And I will put links in my description box to all these people I'm telling you about. Claire is such a sweetheart. She is in one of the groups that I'm in, creator groups that I'm in on Instagram. And she's always so supportive to everybody. And she's just a little ray of sunshine. So, whether you follow her on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, um, yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's always in a good mood, always got a kind word for everyone. So I want to encourage you to follow her. She diamond paints. And the third one is Chris Colassa, and I'm hoping I'm saying his last name correctly. I have watched Chris for quite some time, and he's another just a sweet person all around. He is one of the first, I think, uh, male diamond painters that I have seen in the YouTube space. There are several, but they're very much outnumbered by female diamond painters. So I don't know if that's a craft thing, if that's, I never really thought about that before. I don't know if that's a craft thing, if that's just a, I don't know. What do you guys think? Why aren't there more male diamond painters? I mean, I follow several, but yeah, of course, way outnumbered by females. But then, when you think about other arenas, males way outnumber females. So I don't know. I don't know what that says about crafting or at least diamond painting. So yeah, those are my three: Lizette, Claire, and Chris. So go give them a follow. And yeah, maybe following them will lead you to some other new diamond painters because there's room for everyone. That's one of the things that I also took away from it is, and again, I don't get involved in the drama. I don't do YouTube lives just because it doesn't work for my lifestyle. I don't even know how I would accomplish that in my busy household. Um, and so, but I've seen other people get upset, well, that's my time slot. That's what, okay, let's just, you know, let's be real, people. There's lots of people on this planet. We all like different things, and it's not broadcast television where someone has a slot. You may have a regular time that you go on, and that's great. That doesn't mean nobody else can ever do anything in that time slot ever. So, I mean, I do whip and chats on Sundays, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to say that other people couldn't do whip and chats on Sundays. That's crazy. And, I'm grateful to the people who come to my channel and watch. I hope that I'm doing things that are true to me, that I'm interested in and enthusiastic about. And I hope that translates into you being interested and enthusiastic about what I'm doing. That being said, just because you like me as a diamond painting YouTuber, it doesn't mean that you can't like other people. That's crazy. I don't understand that mindset at all. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go back to my original. Don't be a jerk. Doesn't cost you anything to be kind, and go give Chris, Claire, and Lizette a follow. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said, I don't know what went on with the drama. Don't care. Um, I avoid it, but I am all behind helping to uplift and support other people. So those are my three, and hopefully that will just continue to be paid forward. And none of them know that I'm doing that. And some of them probably don't care, but I like them, so that's who I'm recommending. Hope you do too. Um, okay. And let's see, what's the last thing I want to talk about? Oh, you guys. Okay. So companies are so frustrating sometimes. So, in fact, before I get into this, let me just take a quick drink because, yeah, sometimes I just have to shake my head. So, okay. So, I own a lot of Diamond Art Club paintings. They're probably 90% of my stash. This is a Diamond Art Club that I'm working on. And I have been trying to be better about remembering when I finish a kit to go and leave a review. Now, when I buy a kit, because I work on things in, you know, weird ways, like I don't work on them in the order that I've purchased them, obviously, since my oldest kit that I just opened a couple of days ago, I bought almost a year and a half ago. Um, but I don't like to leave reviews until I've actually done the kit because I feel like if I'm leaving the review, oh my gosh, this is making me crazy. Um, if I leave it before I've, opened the kit or whatever, like, is it really a honest review? I haven't even opened it or I haven't worked on it. So how do I know, what if I ran out of drills? That has happened to me before on a Diamond Art Club. Um, I mean, not that they won't make it right, but like, how's the kind of company going to improve if they don't ever get told that they do anything wrong, right? And I mean, I'm one of those people, companies are going to make mistakes because companies are run and staffed by people, and people make mistakes. Not maliciously, but just, people make mistakes. That's the way of the world. Um, and, like, I hope to be a business owner again someday. I have plans for, you know, a diamond painting adjacent business as well as stuff to do with diamond painting. And, the reality is I'm going to make some mistakes. Now, I'm going to own them up when they're my mistakes. I'm going to own up to them and I'm going to try and make them right. But I'm not going to try and say that I'm never going to make a mistake because that's insane. Of course I am. So, anyway, the upshot of it is that I don't leave reviews until I've actually done the kit. So, like when I finished my Alice in the Sea of Tears, I went and left my review because I was done with it. And when I finished my Vibrant Italy, I went and left a review because I was done with it. And I've done this with other kits, my Good Witch that I finished, my Lenore that I finished. And I just wait until I get done and then I go leave my review. And usually, I also like to include a picture of the finished kit. So usually, I'll take my picture and I think, what do you get? Like 100 points for a review, and then you get like another 100 points if you attach a photo or something. Because I like looking at other people's reviews and seeing what things look like and did it turn out well and all that kind of stuff. And so I was having issues and it kept telling me to sign in with Google, and I'm like, my email address is in there. I don't what am I?" And then, when I tried to do the next steps, it would just take me nowhere. So I was like, I don't know if it was glitching out, what was going on. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to wait a couple of days and see what happens. So it took my review. My reviews are on the website, but in checking my history, I didn't get any points for it. And so I was like, well, what's going on? Because I've done this before with my Good Witch and Lenore, and I got points for both of those. And I had been going to email Diamond Art Club anyway because I have applied a couple of times to get in their VIP Facebook group, and my application just sits there. I don't ever get a denial, but I don't ever get in either. And so I thought, well, I've got to email them about this other thing. I'll just email them about both things at once. Okay. So they email me back very quickly. And the person tells me that I can't get points for my reviews unless I use the email links that they send to me after my purchase. Because, I think it said like three weeks after your purchase, you get an email, hey, review this product. which, okay, you know, 3 weeks might be enough time to complete some of these paintings, maybe, if I did them, as I got them. But I never do. So I didn't think anything of it. Whenever I get those, I generally just delete them. Now, like I said, I had gone through before and I had left reviews on a couple of other ones and I did not use those links. And I still got points for my review. So the email says, whoever the person was tells me I can only get points if I do it through these emails. I'm like, okay, great. I've deleted all these emails. However, luckily for me, I apparently have not ever emptied my trash, and so I went back and pulled them all out of my trash. So, because one of my questions was, is there like a time limit? Because, like for instance, on my Diamond Art Club that I just unboxed, I literally bought it November of 2020, so a year and a half. So, if there's a time limit for whatever, then cool. But like, then you should tell people that, right? So we would know. And so anyway, I went back through my email and then I pulled them all out of the trash. So now that I have them, so I can go back and get points for them. Which, their point system is a bonus thing anyway. So they can run it however they want. But I just feel like, you should be more transparent because clearly it wasn't always like that because I've left reviews before without using those links. So that has to have been something that was changed. And, you know, of course, maybe that's something they notified VIP members of in their Facebook group. And I just have no idea because I'm not in it. And that was the other thing. I'm apparently not ever going to be in it because when I tried to get into it before, the email that I had on my Diamond Art Club account was not the same email that I used for Facebook because that's just how I roll. I have different emails for all kinds of things. I have one, two, three, minimum of 3 emails that I keep track of, and no, 4, minimum of 4 that I keep track of on a daily basis for different things, and because like my Diamond Painting Anonymous Gmail, I don't use that for personal things. This is, something I've done with an eye towards at some point this being a business. So I certainly, didn't want to commingle all my personal stuff in there. So because the emails didn't match, they told me that's why I didn't get in. Well, I had a different email on my Diamond Art Club because I set up my Diamond Art Club account long before I started the YouTube channel and doing all this kind of stuff. And so I finally said, you guys are sending me stuff in both places. I feel like it would make more sense if I just changed my email so that it was all more cohesive. So I did that. So now my Diamond Art Club email matches my Facebook email. So I thought, okay, so now I'm good to go and I'll do that. So I still didn't get in. And so this email that I got back says not only do my emails have to match, the names have to be exactly the same. And I thought, okay, people have nicknames. And when you start a Facebook account, like Facebook now gives you all kinds of grief if you try to change anything. And quite frankly, I don't like Facebook all that much anyway. And I'm not going to send them a copy of my driver's license and all the ridiculous stuff that they are now asking you to do if you want to change my name, your name. So for instance, say my name on my Diamond Art Club was Nicole, but on my Facebook I had Nikki. Like, right? What? And my emails match. They know I'm a real person. I mean, Diamond Art Club has my address and my payment information, for goodness sake. I don't understand this whole, I think sometimes the exclusivity gets carried too far. And at this point, I don't like Facebook that much anyway. So whatever. I'll just resign myself to not being a member of the Facebook VIP group because I am not interested in following their criteria. So, I mean, that seems insane to me. Again, in this day and age that everything has to match exactly when, you can look at my email and verify that, yes, I'm a real person. I have purchased from you, but because my Facebook name is slightly different, you're not going to let me in, whatever. And I mean, it's their company, it's their group. They can do what they want. But I just think it's kind of crazy. So yeah. So I follow a couple of streamers on Twitch that diamond paint, and every once in a while, oh yeah, they said this, or like I think they have you guys vote a lot in the VIP group for things that are coming up. So I mean, that was what I was interested in. Like I don't even know what other benefits you would get out of it other than that. So, but I'm not in it, so what do I know? Maybe it's this awesome secret club that everyone wants to be in, but anyway, yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, it doesn't tell you anywhere in there when you go apply for membership into their club that all of those things have to be there. It just has you answer these questions about, will you contact support and whatever. Well, okay, yeah, I'm willing to abide by all the rules, but can't get in because my names don't match. And I mean, I could probably set up. Well, no, I don't think I could. I was going to say I could set up another Facebook account, but now that that email has been used, I don't think I can. So, yeah. So, whatever. My goodness, you guys, hope you can't hear my stomach. If you can, I'll cut that out. Because I'll hear it when I play it back. Okay. How long have I been talking? Oh, goodness. Way too long. Okay. So, I think that was everything I wanted to cover. What color am I doing? Oh, this one. Let me finish up this color real quick. I think I'm done. And then I will call this good, and I will zoom out so you can see what I've accomplished. I think I got all of these. I'm busily working on this and my Dreamer designs, so hopefully, where all this dust is suddenly coming from, hopefully I'm going to be finishing up with those, this one and that one, and I'll be able to share the finishes of them with you, but we'll see. So, okay, let me zoom out a little bit so you can see what little I accomplished because I was busy talking. Got some of the feathers done. I got my ABs in there, so that's good. So, yeah, I got some stuff done. Whew. Okay, and I feel like I got a lot of things off my chest. So, thank you so much, guys, for sticking around through all of this. I feel better. Again, let's all just remember, be kind, don't be a jerk. And yeah, if anybody got any of the Craftably mystery stuff, share what'd you get. I want to know. That sounds cool. I may sign up for Steam just so I can play that power washing game, sad as that is. And be looking. I am going to be doing that 30 by 30, 30 by 30s and 30-day challenge at some point here in the next, oh, I don't know, 3 to 4 months, somewhere in there is what I'm shooting for. And yeah, so there you go, guys. That was my work in progress. I hope you made some progress on whatever you're working on as well. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.